Unapologetic.
I said what I said.
Unrepentant.
When I am assertive, I'm a bitch. When a man is assertive, he's a boss.
And unfiltered.
If you want to say anything, you say I'm real.
I'm Dominique the Diva.
I am the #1 most impactful.
And I'm Shay Parker.
Did not come here to impress you, because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone, and I don't care what you think about me.
And we're not here to offend you. We're here to offend everybody.
You were thinking it. I know, but you said it. I know.
So listen, we're dishing on everything hip-hop, pop culture, and all the bullshit in between. So get your panties out a bunch. And press play if you ain't scared. To Diva Unfiltered. Cheers! And welcome to another episode of Diva Unfiltered podcast. I'm your host, Dominique the Diva, and this is my best friend.
It's me, Shay Parker. And listen, I wish you would have told me this was the vibe for today.
I didn't. It was an accident. It was an accident. You know how like you're getting dressed, you're rushing, and this is you get what you got to work with, and sometimes it comes out cute, but really you just need to do laundry.
I thought we were doing like sporty
chill.
cute.
I know. I usually am. I usually am chill here because we're here.
Date.
Vibe Records Studios. You see what is going on? It's always really chill, very cultural. I tried to do a little tea and trying to tone it down with a little Stranger Things tea. Yeah, no, but I got this from the thrift.
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it. It's cute.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get cute next time. I know we're both giving real hair steez.
We're doing real hair steezes. Okay.
We might as well just get into it. What are you going through? Because you have blonde hair now.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
I'm going through. I just feel like it's time for a new era, and I just wanted to make it happen. And so I decided to bleach my hair, and this is what's gonna be for now. And we already talked to Tazi on the sound effects. He's gonna
He
chill.
hasn't pushed one.
Has he not? At least
yet.
one. You can, Tazi, but within good taste. Okay, like you can definitely give sound effects, but. Sound effects are in Tazi's hands, but we did talk to him about the last episode, and he's gonna be fine today. Give me something, Tazi. Sometimes don't let it be dry. Watch this one be dry.
He gave it to his Dom to win. Dyed a hair blonde.
Okay, I had to. So that's pretty much what I'm going through. I'm just demanding that it's a new season, and sometimes you just gotta let people know that it's new. And I know you guys can't quite see it yet, but I already see it in myself. So it's just a new season. It's a new era. A lot of big things popping. It's 2022. It's next level. It's all about leveling up. And like you said, like taking the, whatever you learned from the last 2 years and just kind of just applying it to your wins in 2022. So that's
really
what I'm
all
in the
you
midst
can
of
do.
doing. I do have to say, during the pandemic, though, I've been much more inclined to try different hairstyles. Like, I used to be, like, really just whatever I like is what I like. Now I'm down to try anything. Braids, faux locks.
I'll say the same, right? Wigs, knotless braids.
I done been bald before. I don't really
Stitch
care.
braids.
Like, and if you go bald, there's so many wigs and frontals out there. So
doobie wraps.
Right. I'm trying whatever. That's how I feel.
French rolls.
Don't let me go for
Wait,
fangle waves.
Do you remember back in the day, the French rolls where they used to grab the last little remainder leftover weave to like stuff in the French roll?
Put it in the back.
You got to put it up in the back and wrap it.
Come on, natural. Y'all see Shay's natural hair? That's what we give it y'all, because they swear we don't be wearing our natural hairs. Get into it.
Oh yeah, they swear we don't wear our natural hair. They swear we're bald. They swear we wouldn't be, European women. They
when
just
really
swear.
it's just about convenience. It's really just about the fact that I don't want to wake up and have to do this every day. It's really about the fact I just like to fall asleep wherever the fuck I fall asleep and not wrap my hair up.
Okay, because I think people fail to realize the maintenance of your natural hair. It's real work. You cannot just be out here doing whatever. It is not a wake up and go type of situation.
Nah.
Even the little wash and go hairstyle, it is not really wash and go.
It's like wash, condition, and diffuse. Like it's a lot of things.
Detangle.
Yeah, that's why we just should let women be women how we want to. We can't like make rules for each other and then expect that, you know what I mean? Because we do that too amongst each other. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm going through?
What are you going
Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, yes, it is here. I don't know if anybody else has been feeling it. I don't know if anybody else, really vibes with it or believes in it. I do. I don't think it rules all, but I think the shifts in energy and waves and all that does definitely mean something.
It's going on now until...
And shit has been happening until February 4th.
Oh.
Mercury retrograde is going on February 4th. That's when it's ending. So if your computer crashes, if you get in a car accident, if, I don't know, if just bullshit starts happening, remember that it's Mercury retrograde. That's what I've been going through, just trying to stay calm in the midst of the storm.
Well, they say right now you could you could feel like overwhelmed at this time while Mercury is in retrograde. I said retrograde. But listen, I also heard that you shouldn't like make any decisions that are like permanent during this time.
Don't they always say that every retrograde?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, I guess it makes sense because the things that be happening, you're just like,
they say like a lot of your old exes like will like pop back in your life. Has that been happening? Like people from back in the day, like on their future tweet, like, yeah, I saw this, I thought about you. Ooh. Has that been happening? That's what they say, and it's kind of like a test. Like,
I have had a little bit of a spin the block, but people can only spin the block if you let them spin the block. You know. So I feel like that type of stuff is up to you. You know, if they're trying to come into your life and they're trying to spin the block, you can't spin the block if the block is closed.
That's if the block is hot.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't want to do too much spinning the block.
You can't spin the block if it's a dead end.
Onward and upward.
Okay.
Onward and upward. Well, things that happened this week. Well, everybody was pushing P. Who knew so many people could push P? Shout out to Gunna for having the #1 album, even though I know there was some back and forth with that with The Weeknd and Gunna, The Weeknd, and y'all know how the stream
Gunna
goes.
is the most streamed artist of
right
2022 already, and we're only how many days in? The Weeknd, it's The Weeknd season.
I don't know. It's just like, first of all, I apologize in advance, but I did listen to Tory Lanez's last album, and it sounded like something The Weeknd would make. Yes, his last album was actually like really retro, like really good. So I'm wondering
really
The Weeknd.
To Tory
I did.
Lanez's album?
It was an accident.
You really did.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I liked it.
You listen to new albums all the time. It wasn't an accident.
Yeah,
so why would you sit up here and lie like that?
Yeah, I put it on repeat too, over and over again. It was so good.
all of our listeners and our supporters, you're gonna sit up here and lie.
I did.
And so, okay, well, tell us how it was.
It was really, really good. Like, you taking it back.
I'm pissed. I'm actually pissed.
I hate that.
I want to listen to it.
You know what I want to also tell people? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, now when you listen to an artist or you say you listen to one, people are making things, like, not fun anymore. Okay, I already feel like cancel culture is kind of invading the comedy realm. I don't like that. Comedians feel like they can't be funny, and now I don't like the fact that I can't even listen to songs that I fucking like. Because now I have to think about what they did in the real world, in the real life, and maybe I shouldn't listen to them because they're not morally correct all the time. And I don't know, it just gets to me a lot sometimes. Okay, and
really,
like
really
20 years from now, we might not be able to listen to anybody if we expose everybody, unless more artists be more like Beyonce and not tell us stuff.
And just don't talk to us. But I'm trying to figure out, like, are we listening to Travis Scott? Are we...
I still wear my Astro World shirts from the last Astro.
I thought y'all weren't even listening to Kanye West anymore. There was a time when y'all weren't listening to Kanye West anymore. And, you know, I hate to be the one to always bring it back up. I know there's been a few episodes where I've done this. However, I just want to bring us back. It's honestly disappointing and it's discouraging because I feel like what's going to happen, I'm just preparing myself to delete my Trey Songz music. I'm honestly getting to the point where I feel like I need to just go ahead and start to...
No, but this is the thing. That's back to my point. Sooner or later, being a celebrity is not going to mean but so much. Everyone is going to just be who they are because, one, you have ordinary people with millions of followers, right? So they're celebrities, right? In their own right? Then you have, like, celebrities like Denzel Washington's, right? And then you have, like, the Rihannas, but then you have the Ari Fletchers, right? So that whole spectrum of celebrity is sooner or later, you know, with the TikTok stars, that's just gonna be even a thing. Either you're famous or you're not or whatever the case, right? So then on top of that, like you said, I mean, and these are only accusations so far, allegedly, with Trey Songz and what's going on over there. Will you have to delete his music? That's what I'm saying. 20 years from now, are we gonna have anybody to listen to that you don't have a reason to, like, not listen to?
Yeah.
It's like we can't even enjoy the music anymore. So please, if Gunna's done something to you, hold it, bitch. I don't fucking care.
Let us enjoy this little piece.
Album. I love it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Okay. Now I see how y'all out here pushing P. I think there's other things y'all need to be pushing, okay? Because I don't know what's going on. I feel like in 20 years from now, I don't know. We need more plumbers, okay? Can y'all push that? Pushing the plumbers. I see a lot of guys out here setting up their podcast equipment. I see guys out here. I hear guys out here dancing in the middle of Roscoe's and dancing. Stop it, okay? We need some plumbers out this motherfucker, okay?
Build a house. Be Bob the Builder. You know what?
Can the PMP stand for plumbers, pushing plumbers? They make a lot of good money. We need more young black plumbers out there. I would like for y'all to psychologists. Hey, more black young male psychologists pushing. It's okay, Colin. He's pushing P. We need that. Those are the P's. It's some of the P's that I've come up with that we could actually start pushing out here. Okay, because I'm sick of y'all.
I mean,
plumbing, psychology,
pastors.
Amen. What? Can we get what? Can we get some more pastors out?
We need some more praise.
Pushing praise.
Like,
on Sunday. That's what they would.
There's a pastor somewhere
pushing praise
in Black America who is pushing praise. He's
getting his sermon together for now.
Okay?
And he is pushing praise. Like, for real. It's other things that we could be pushing, but we don't want to. Come on now.
I honestly miss the times when men went to war and
or so
build houses. They were men. Like,
I don't even see them.
Manly men.
Look at the men in here looking at us crazy. They don't even put the ball guys.
They don't even know how to check.
Where's Mr. Clean?
Did your dad teach you how to check your car fluid? Like, are men checking women's car fluid these days? Are you checking your girl's car fluid right now? Tazzy,
tire
the
pressure.
Girl that you're dating right now, are you checking her fluid?
Yo, that's a
That's it.
As far as she is concerned, she has never touched a steering wheel.
Yes, yay!
I love that.
I love that. Give it up for Tazzy. Give herself. That's the right answer. I have to say that's great to hear.
I'm always impressed.
Yeah, I mean that just means manners, chivalry. You got it, Tazzy. Now we can move on. Let's move on to
keep
Ari.
It player.
Yeah, keep it player. That's what I heard. Pushing P, keeping it player. But look, let's move on to Ari Lennox. She was trending this week.
Oh man, my girl Ari. I will fight every single one of y'all over Ari Lennox.
Yes.
I really, really, really will. Whoever wants to square up, whenever, however, whatever, we can do it. Because she don't mess with nobody. She doesn't do anything, and I hate
that this happened to her. She went on a episode. Ari Lennox went on an episode of a podcast. It's called Podcast and Chill Show, based out of South Africa. And, the guy just kind of, not only did he ask her a question about her, if she was getting banged well or whatever, it really is about tact and how to go about doing interviews and how honestly your interview starts, I know this was virtual, but it starts before you record. You know what I mean?
It starts as soon as you meet the person. And your first interaction.
She seems so taken aback and she seems so, I don't know. I just felt like even after he saw how taken aback she was, he's still just
he didn't even apologize or try to clean it up or anything.
Yeah, so now we have Ari Lennox, an amazing artist who is like, hey, I'm not doing interviews anymore.
Who actually, she doesn't have to do any podcasts.
That is the thing. It's
so
really
the fact that she even is on a podcast, I mean, clearly I've never heard of this guy, but apparently he's a big deal. But even so, Ari Lennox is such a big star. I wouldn't expect her to even, really say, oh, I'm going to go on a podcast.
Yeah, she said, I'm just like, why was I alone on a call full of people? Why didn't anyone intervene? Why wasn't parts of the interview destroyed like the team promised? Why did it happen to begin with? I just feel slow and ambushed and blindsided. I hate this for Ari. When I got a chance to do an interview with her, she's so sweet, and we really just had a great interview because I talked about the music. There's definitely ways to ask artists about lyrics that they've put, in their songs. It's ways to go about it. And what bothers me as a professional broadcaster is all of these podcasts and people buying microphones, and they just don't really know what they're doing. They don't really know how to go about the art of it.
And it's fucking up the game.
It is, and it's kind of different. It just bothers me. I don't like that at all. And now, like when Ari drops it out, we have artists that we will never get a chance to talk to again, who don't do many interviews at all because they don't know if this is just clickbait or trying to be a shock jock or what it is. And when it comes to streaming, you don't really have to do interviews. It's nice to, and your fans would like to be able to, relate to you. But they don't have to. I was just gonna say
that. Even us being in radio, we're not doing interviews like we really used to, like back in the day. Like it's not the same.
Sometimes the artists won't even come. I remember like working in Virginia Beach, and Bryson Tiller, like, okay, everyone knows like Bryson Tiller, right? So as a radio personality and a music lover, I'm just like everyone else. I'm on SoundCloud. I find this new Bryson Tiller guy. It's a song called Don't. I'm like, oh my God. Then Bryson Tiller took the song off. And then he put it back, whatever, right? Just to say I'm with this guy from the beginning of his little music career, right? And so I'm like, oh my God, I love this song. I love this song. Finally comes to radio. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's finally in my city. I'm hitting record reps. I'm hitting everybody. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, I don't know if he's gonna do interviews. It's kind of awkward. He's like, and I'm just like, a fan from day one. Somebody also who's on the radio, who plays his song every single day. And guess what? His show sold out in the city, and he didn't need to do an interview, and he didn't. And I just felt like, dang, what I mean?
Right.
And also, the show sold out in the city. He don't need to. What am I promoting up here?
I think that's the difference too between, professional broadcasters, us who went to school for this, or, really do this and understand it, or like studied the people who have been doing it for years, and the people who, just pick up the microphone and, do it, and not taking away from what they bring to the table.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't think they quite understand that it's a privilege to even be able to talk a lot of times to these artists about their art. Like, no one has to talk to you like about their art. Like, they don't.
That's one thing about my career I don't take for granted. Being able to be such a lover of the culture and a lover of music, and actually be able to tell artists like, yo, like, oh, you got me through this. So I can really talk to you, like, yo, I really appreciate you doing that. Just to be able to do that. But I just think it's unfortunate. And I think that I kind of feel like how many DJs felt maybe like a couple years back, like 2016. I felt like everybody started, it was like mad DJs popped up in the scene. I felt like a couple years back, 2016, everybody bought DJ equipment, and it was all these DJs that came out, and niggas stopped using vinyl, and they started doing, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of like real OG DJs started looking at them cats like, man, y'all ain't no real DJs. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening now when it comes to broadcasting and podcasting and radio and internet radio and all of this. It just kind of feels funny because it's just like, but y'all not, but not really. Even to the point where I tried to learn how to DJ, and I couldn't. It's so weird to me because like I can sing, I can dance, but I can't.
Same.
I can't.
I think it takes
real
work.
It does. Not only that, if I couldn't be the best, I didn't want to do it. Now I do understand it's other DJs out here and they suck and they don't care. Okay, they just goddamn put a sound effect on and change the song. Okay, they cut your part off. Okay, they don't care. But I couldn't go out like that. They still get booked and they do their thing, but I couldn't go out like that because I respect the art of DJing too much to just be doing it, just to be doing it, just to get some money. And I'm probably getting paid cheaper. So then I'm fucking up the game. Okay, fucking up the DJ budget because I do it for $200 and some chicken wings. Like, I couldn't fuck up the game like that. But I see that everybody don't think that way.
No,
not at all.
They don't. And I mean, honestly, it's just, at the end of the day, like, it's still always a separation. Mm-hmm. It's still always going to be a separation.
The real ones.
You know what the real ones are, and like the ones that are kind of there for the shock value.
And I think also
the clicks.
After a while, like kind of like what Drake said, he said that, what album was this? Drake was just like, we'll see who's still around 10 years from now. Out of all the people that Drake came out with, that's pretty much what he was saying. And so right now it's just been, the last, 3 years surging of podcasts. Everyone is pretty much like a walking podcast. Everyone has one, right? But 10 years from now, we'll really see what's really good, because I'm telling you, these artists and certain things like that, or that other pod that's rubbing people the wrong way, Yeah, it's over that. All right, another thing that I feel like kind of fits here is the fact that Cardi B is taking YouTube blogger Tasha K to court. Okay, she's suing her for defamation, amongst other things, for telling the world on her YouTube page that Cardi B had an STD, herpes, or whatever the case. I love this. I love the fact that Cardi B, a celebrity, like I said, my myth, and 10 years from now, that whole celebrity shit is going to be
A-list celebrity.
A-list celebrity is taking her time to sue a YouTube blogger because y'all can't just be out here saying whatever you want to say if she got time today. I love it.
I mean, also too, why is it that when someone doesn't fuck with someone or whatever, like why is it always herpes? Why y'all always putting herpes on people? I do not like that at all.
It's rude.
Stop putting herpes.
It's herpes
on. That
phobia.
is not nice. That is just not okay.
Her
out of all the
phobia.
lies you could tell, you gonna say somebody got herpes for real?
So Cardi B did submit her health records, and she does not have herpes.
She does not. We knew that.
And then Tasha K's people went back and asked for all of her health records since the day she was born, and the judge said, absolutely not. Cardi has also taken the stand and said that she has felt suicidal since Tasha K's video.
Landed on
that
thick,
she
Cardi.
Just couldn't mother her daughter, and she didn't
even
want to
have sex
with her husband. Like,
yes. I
girl,
love it.
we seen the clout video. We seen you in Offset. Yo. Anyway, I love it. Milk it, Cardi. Milk it.
Because at the end of the day, it's so many real things happening that bloggers can talk about. Tasha K did an amazing interview with the side chick, Ariane from Love and Marriage. Those are the type of things that you could be doing.
Yeah.
Not lying, literally blatant lies for money. You're gonna have to face the consequences. And you ran into the right celebrity.
Yeah.
That's going to take your ass to court and sue you for every dime. Now, I will not be surprised if this is the end of Tasha K.
Yeah, either that or you guys got to keep watching so she can pay Cardi up. Every video gonna be sponsored by that.
What was P?
What's P?
The fact that her husband said, I'm not about to get caught up in your mess. I'm not about to get caught up in your mess. You're not going to have this rapper girl suing me over your lies.
Oh, my gosh. This isn't the first time that Cardi B has, done this before. I believe on Twitter last year, she sued someone that was tweeting her and sent something to her house or something. And yeah, Cardi's not having that. I love how she sticks up for herself.
She's
because
very a no nonsense, no bullshit type of girl.
I just
we love to see it.
We do. I think it's funny how we said we love to see people come up. I mean, she was a stripper from the Bronx. When she got on Love and Hip Hop, we always like, oh yeah, that Cardi B girl. Oh yeah. And then she dropped, Bodak Yellow. We all room for her. And then after that though, people like, oh, I don't know.
You're too popping now.
I don't know.
You're too popping.
I don't know. And it's just really we love to see that. We love to cheer people on, and then we just want to watch them fall. What is society's obsession with that?
I want to know, do we know the history of Tasha K's obsession with Cardi B or the problem?
I don't really pay too much attention to Tasha, honestly.
Yeah,
I think that Ariane interview is the first thing I ever
in a long time
watched. But that's her realm. That's a, reality TV show realm. I think that's where blogs go. Some people can't tell the difference between what do I want to say? Certain media outlets. Right. Some people can't tell the difference between you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Consumers, I mean.
Absolutely.
So I think if she stays in her room, she okay. But Cardi B, I love it. If you gonna start celebrities out here gonna start suing folk for telling lies on them,
and it's you don't got it to really go toe to toe with a Cardi B. So these podcasters out here, I really hope they take heed to what's happening, even though they're likely not. But take heed, because if you get sued, I'm telling you, the pockets do not run deep enough to go toe to toe with some of these people. So that's just that on that.
Yeah, because if Cardi B came at me, I would just have to be like, I'm sorry,
girl.
I said that. Who said that?
And Nicki Minaj.
Who said? Oh, Nicki definitely would sue me, I think. I ain't say no lie. I just said my opinion.
You talked about her man wearing these size 8 fitted hats.
You see, you got rid of him though. Okay. You see, you got that baby. And we don't gonna talk about that. We don't talk about her. We're not even gonna do it.
Because I know you've been trying to turn over a new leaf with Nikki in 2022.
I like her.
Okay,
We're both boy moms, you know. I think Nikki and I could be friends. Okay. Didn't you send me something that was like the list of like the best rappers of all time, and Nikki is the like only.
I did, yeah. So Complex did this 2021 list of the greatest rapper alive for every single year, starting at like 1979. So, you know, there's LL Cool J up there, Kanye West, Jay-Z, just Lil Wayne, so many different rappers. And Nicki Minaj was the only woman on the list.
Yes.
Now, of course, there was a lot of like controversy and like talk around the list because it was sort of like, where's Outkast? Where's Nelly? They weren't on the list. But I think when you think about in terms of each year, who dominated the year,
you gotta say Nikki had like a 10-year.
Slim. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. But you know who was up there multiple times, honey?
Who?
Drake.
Really?
Multiple times,
Let's
multiple
look.
years.
1979 Grandmaster Cast. Of course. Of course, we gotta say DJ Kool Herc, of course, because they founded hip hop. All right, we got 1980 on their list. They have Curtis Blow. He wasn't just the best ever alive. He was the first rapper to show love and appreciate and prove that a rap career is even possible. Okay, Kool Moe Dee for 1981. This is Complex's list, by the way. Yes. 1982 goes to Melly Mel. 1983 goes to Run. Of course, we could have guessed that. 1984 also goes to Run. We probably could have guessed that. 1985, LL Cool J.
Come on, LL Cool J had a crazy run.
Like, he literally just celebrated like
fine.
his 51st birthday last week, and he's still fine.
How?
Oh my God.
His daughter is even fine. His daughter is grown. Like, she's in her 20s, but like she's fine.
Beautiful.
She's a beautiful girl.
I love me some LL Cool J. I feel like people don't talk about him enough. I don't know where the autobiography film is, the documentary, the 4-part series.
The
like
unsung, anything.
Give me something.
You know?
Okay, because he definitely was that nigga. Okay, also, 1986 goes to KRS-One. I love lists like this.
Naturally.
1987 goes to Rakim. Naturally. Okay. My dad used to always play Rakim. 1988 goes to Slick Rick. Oh, this is such a great list. 1989, Big Daddy Kane.
Yes. Now the 90s.
Let's talk about the Slay.
Listen, now the 90s is where things start to get really lit for me. It's my favorite. It's my favorite decade of hip hop.
I think 1990s was like one of the best.
My favorite decade of hip hop. Even though I was a baby, it was just a great
Ice
time.
Cube for 1990. Of course.
Kicking it off.
Q-Tip for 1991. I'm with it. So, okay, let's see. Redman for 1992. Even though I admit I don't know a lot of Redman songs. I admitted that when they were doing the verses. 1993, Snoop Doggy Dogg.
This is where things start to get hectic in hip hop.
This is what know about
1993 is where things start to get crazy because Snoop Dogg hits the scene.
The Dre is at your door.
Then 1994, I feel like Nas start coming out.
Let me see. Nas is definitely 1994. Come on,
Tupac
Illmatic.
start coming out.
Hard to tell.
Notorious B.I.G. hits the scene.
Okay. Notorious B.I.G. is 1995. That's my favorite rapper.
See?
That is my favorite rapper. My favorite rapper. Other than Jay-Z is Biggie. 1996 goes to Tupac, of course.
Naturally.
I love when I'm listening. And they also have Biggie again for 97. Okay, I can feel it because Hypnotized, I feel it.
And this is, I feel like in the 90s is when you start to see like these rappers start dominating multiple years versus in the 80s when hip hop first started, really blowing up.
Because I do have honorable mention here, Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, and Twister.
Fair enough.
That is fair enough because it says even in death, Biggie owned 1997. His passing did open the door for other hype acts. Busta Rhymes also have been making a scene since Scenario. Woo-ha! Y'all don't know nothing about this. And this is what I love about this list right here is because I feel like we get away from everything else. I want to talk more about the music. Are people even listening to the music anymore? I feel like, where are we? Where do we even talk about music? Where do music lovers of the culture come and talk? We don't have 106 in Park anymore. We don't have we don't have a show. Am I missing a show?
No.
Where we are all like, oh, yay. Where do we talk about the music? Gunna's album just dropped. Is there anyone that wants to talk about it with me? Anyway.
No, we're more interested in him and Chloe's, relationship.
That's what, right.
The music. In this age of social media, we're way more interested in the this and
other
that
stuff, like him taking Chloe to the game. Anyway,
but I love complex content. This list reminded me of the fact that I really do love their content. Nicki Minaj is the only one
99,
on the list.
Year 2000 definitely was going to Eminem, Slim Shady.
Absolutely, and you start to see this back and forth between like Jay-Z, Kanye,
and Eminem. They have
Great
Eminem
times.
on that one. Let's see, 50 Cent in 2003. Oh my God, 50 Cent. When
50
it
Cent
came
was an
out.
era.
Oh my goodness, I still go back and listen to Get Rich or Die Trying.
Now people were upset about Ja Rule not being on the list, and I just have to say,
he deserved.
I think he should have been on the list. I think Ja Rule should have been on the list, and Nelly.
T.I.'s on here for 2004. Jeezy's on here for 2005. How y'all let Jeezy go into the booth and say I'm a TRAPSTR?
I'm a TRAPSTR.
Who gonna tell him?
Trapster.
Who's gonna tell him? Trapster. Trapster. I meant that. It's all good though. Lil Wayne 2006.
Oh, now here where it gets crazy.
Not the what? Come on. Not Dedication 2. Not the Carter 2 came out. Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. Honorable mentions is T.I., Pusha T, Lupe Fiasco.
I mean, Lupe Fiasco, now don't act like there wasn't an era when we was kicking and pushing on the skateboard. There was a time, and you was in VA with the Pharrell vibes. You know Lupe Fiasco had a nice little run. Don't do that to Lupe.
That's the only song from Lupe Fiasco I know. It's Kicking and Pushing.
I will say I had a Lupe Fiasco moment where I was only into conscious rap. I was not listening to the hippity and the hoppity. I was
and the baddie and the bougie. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was giving Vans. It was giving
I never was there. No.
It was giving Chokers. Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, absolutely.
I only know that one song by him. I don't know. Yeah, y'all kicked and pushed him away. 2007 goes to Kanye West. Of course. Yes.
Naturally.
Yes. Graduation beats 50 Cent in a highly publicized sales battle. I remember. Can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Oh.
This is when Kanye has something to prove.
Yeah.
During this time.
And
08. You could tell it in the music. For sure.
08 goes back to Lil Wayne. 2009 goes to Jay-Z again, according to this one.
This is the ping pong that I loved. This was a great time for music. I wish we could get back to these days.
2011 is when Drake first pops up, according to this complex.
And he started giving you niggas a run for your money, okay?
It's crazy. Take Care non-album cuts like Club Paradise, Dreams Money Can Buy. That's the thing. Drake be having those cuts that's not on the album that we still love.
Yes.
Like what? Because I think I listened to all of Take Care and I was wondering at first where the motto was. And I think it was at the bottom of the thing. And I'm like, and then he released it as a single. I'm like, where's the motto? What? Where he always has those records that wasn't on the album that's just as good as the ones that's on the album. 2012 also goes to Drake.
Absolutely.
And then 2013, Kendrick Lamar comes with Good Kid, Mad City. I can do that. I can get with that. 2014, finally we had the one and only female on the list.
Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap. Now, of course, you may ask, well, why wasn't Lil' Kim on the list? Now you have to remember, back when Lil' Kim hopped on the scene, there were a lot of male rappers who were dominating, and she definitely did her thing and opened that door. But Nicki Minaj, I feel like, was the first female rapper that was really competing with the boys. She had the best verse on Monster. Best verse on Monster, period. She had Kanye and Jay-Z performing, singing her verse with her. Can you imagine?
I want to insert that.
Can you imagine that?
Wendy on what's right? Am I a Nicki Minaj fan?
Okay.
Pull up in the way.
And I have a love-and-hate relationship with Nicki. I don't like when she does corny shit, but she is the queen of rap and deserves to be the only female on the list.
I think so,
too.
The
only woman on the list. She does, absolutely.
I definitely think so, too. Yeah. I'm happy with Nicki being there. I think that if we clearly didn't have Lil' Kim, then we wouldn't have Nicki. She was able to take the baton and run with it for 10 years nonstop by herself. 2015 goes to Drizzy Drake once again. 2016 goes to Chance the Rapper.
What was that? Why would you drop your phone?
I don't know. I never was.
You never got into it? You never got into it?
I never gave him a chance.
You did it, and I feel like you made... So you definitely have to be in the mood. You have to be in the mood.
I just wasn't a fan of that voice. It's like your little bro making music in the next room, and you're just like, give it a rest, will ya? And he in there like, you don't want a problem, no problem with me. And you're just like, my little brother. But I mean, with that being said, he's a millionaire now. He's independent. He did the damn thing. But as a music lover, I'm just saying I don't have any Chance the Rapper on my playlist. Anytime he was featured on a Kanye record, he definitely bought it. I like the record that Cardi B did with him, living my life. I'm living my best life.
Yes.
I mean, he's a talented kid. I just don't vibe with him. And that's why I wish more people talked about the music, because it's just all about vibes. It just brings people together. That's why I hate that we, put these celebrities, their, personal choices or whatever, or, in what's the word? They're like transgressions out there, and then it's gonna get to a point in a couple years where you're not gonna be able to listen to anybody without thinking about something that they did that doesn't sit well with you.
I don't want to know nothing else.
I'm just like, it's about music. And like, I think who was I was looking at something not too long ago, and they were like, I know they're gonna be mad at me for posting this because the song that she put was R. Kelly. I am a mountain, I am a tall tree. And she was just like,
I forgot that
I know
record.
they're going to, she was like, but, my mixtape is up here. I think it's Lady London. She's like, my mixtape is up here with Gunna. Like, and I sung this song in my 5th grade class. This song always made me feel like I could do anything. And so, yeah, I'm playing it. And I'm like, music is about how it makes you feel, that you identify with it or that you love it because it's something that you went through. Yeah. And so it sucks that it's like, yeah, it's R. Kelly, but again, I had to sing I Believe I Could Fly like every 5th grade graduation.
Yeah.
And that was a song that was inspiring to some people. So I do understand some people saying like, I'm not stopping listening to nobody. If I like the song and I like the music, sorry I listened to Tory Lane's last album. I didn't mean to like it, but it made me feel good. It made me feel something. And so I'm just thinking 20 years from now, if we just throw everyone's skeletons out there, like, who are we going to like? Who are we going to listen to? Who are we going to follow?
Don't throw mine out there because you're not going to like me.
I don't know. Maybe we're only like Beyonce because she doesn't tell us anything that she likes.
That right now, okay?
Sometimes I do wish those celebs could be more like Beyonce. You see Rihanna got off the internet because she cussed everybody out.
Literally, Rihanna doesn't give a fuck, and she doesn't like talking to us.
I like it.
And also,
she got her man.
Business. I feel like that's always what Rihanna is saying: is mind your business. I know that's right, Rihanna. Okay?
I love it, especially when you got your man.
Period. Her and ASAP been together. Y'all just getting up.
Okay.
Y'all just getting hip.
I ain't mean to drop my phone. No Chance the Rapper though. Okay, I just want to see the last of the list. Oh, Pusha T.
And everything just stopped there. I was glad to see my guy Pusha T, BA, 2 Up, 2 Down.
Yes.
Stand up on the list because 2018 was a great year for Pusha T.
Yes. Sure. And sometimes
he deserved that year.
Another thing when it comes to like today's like society or just like cancel culture, whatever the hell, when it comes to music, since I'm on that tip today, Pusha T is just, how do I say this? He just rap about that dope, okay? And sometimes, like, especially when you like trap music or it's just hip hop or it's just pure dope rapping, that's all it is. It's not the time for the ladies to be like, oh my God, they're calling us bitches. It's not the time for the ladies to say, well, he don't got no female features. It's not the time for that. All right, this is hip hop. This is rap. This is coke. You put the baking soda. Put the baking soda in the goddamn pot. That's all. That's what time it is. And so I just don't want other stupid stuff seeping into the music. It's about the music. It's about how we feel. It's about cooking it up. I be in the gym like,
right.
what?
Absolutely.
Push a P. I sell your mama drugs. Your grandmama drugs. Everybody can get the drugs. Okay?
My fingers, they itching. That's my song for the gym.
They itching for the paper.
That is my song. But I hope that we can get back to that.
Just the music, not conscious.
Just the music.
All the time.
And especially, I feel like it'll happen because we're already doing that with R&B. I feel like R&B is a great example of us returning back to the music. Some people may disagree, but I feel like people who disagree are not looking for the music.
Right. It's
you
out
also
there.
have to look for the fucking music.
You do.
Well.
You do, because I'll have to say radio was very late with it. Like, they thought Lucky Day was like the newest sensation. I was like, I've been listening to that
Radio
for
is
a year.
always so late. Absolutely. Yes.
And it's because, you know, we're competing with what you guys are streaming.
Right.
You know what I mean? We want to play what's hot, but you guys have to tell. I did see that they gave one of these years to the baby, and I think he just recently released some new music that sounds a bit different.
Okay.
And that's all we're gonna say about that.
I haven't listened to it yet. But
It's with NBA
that's
Youngboy.
gonna make me listen. That's gonna make me listen.
Well, let me know what you think after you listen.
Okay.
Also, NBA Youngboy. I like NBA Youngboy. That's somebody else
taking a hiatus.
that's controversial that people don't like, and I'm just like, but
he's going away for at least 6 months. He's gonna be taking a little
Where he
mental
going?
break.
He's already in Nebraska. Where he at? Nevada.
Well, I think he's gonna be taking a break from social media and doing music. That's what his producer has said. That's what his producer said this week. And you know, him and Lil Durk had their little back and forth subliminals with money on social media. I wonder who was actually making the words.
Why? You don't think they can spell?
I think they can spell, but you had to be quick with it. They was posting
How
that
you know?
shit.
You don't know how many times they was trying to take the picture.
I wonder how that shit is looking. No, make this shit. Spell it.
Nah, I really wish that Durk and Youngboy could squash their beef, but they not.
I do too, and that shit is dangerous, and they're serious. And I don't want anybody to lose
because
their lives. I don't want anybody else dying.
Me neither.
Senselessly.
And I don't want to choose. It seems like a lot of artists have to choose right now. The
If
only
they're
person
gonna
that
do
don't
it-
have to choose is Drake. Drake is the only one that is just like, hey guys, I'm Canadian. Hey.
Yeah, and I mean Drake still
Hey
kind of
guys,
shows.
I was on Degrassi.
He doesn't have a song with NBA Youngboy, does he? He only has, features with Lil Durk. I think
He fuck with NBA Youngboy. I forgot. But he
have a
he and 21 Savage was the only one that was like, y'all niggas gotta choose. Y'all gotta choose sides. I play both. I like both. But Vaughn,
it is what it is.
Vaughn died behind beef, so I don't know. It's too streetsy for me. I'm just a girl.
It's way too
I'm just a girl.
We're just the radio girls talking about it.
I'm just a girl. But I wish that Zerk and Youngboy could. And I sent the pictures to my boyfriend because, he's hip to all of that stuff. I'm like, do you think they doing this and they going to have a song together? He was like,
nah, this is
no.
real beef. This is real street
I was
beef.
hoping that they really squashed it and now they're on the gram doing this just so we could get hype. And he's like, nah, this ain't that. This is real rap raw, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it, especially, they done ran up in Durk house.
Yeah, him in India.
With India, their kid. It's like serious, even though we're looking at it on social media and like, kikiing about it and we're talking about it here, but it's real life. Like people lost
real
their
life.
lives.
Real life. Speaking of social media, you see Instagram is about to start implementing subscriptions. That didn't take long. As soon as any other app has anything, Instagram gets it.
Yep.
Pretty soon we're going to be watching a regular TV and we're going to see stories at the top because every app has stories now. It's so weird at the top.
Well, you see Twitter
Pinterest
got rid of theirs. They got rid of Fleet.
Yeah, now they have spaces.
They said, sorry, that didn't work out.
Right. They have spaces now. With,
they have spaces now.
Clubhouse, which I haven't gotten on Clubhouse since 2020.
Which I honestly think makes sense for Twitter because Twitter is such a place for so much dialogue that I think the Clubhouse element with Twitter Spaces works for them.
More than pictures.
Yeah.
I'm with it. People having subscriptions. I don't know. Is it going to work? But I do think the value of digital content has gone nothing but up. And I need everybody to hop on board.
Yeah, and I think right now, us as influencers, creators, personalities, now is the perfect time to start figuring out how you can leverage these apps to monetize like your knowledge, your brand, your personality. Like I think we take for granted. I know sometimes even I do. I know you've had stalkers before and shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes I take for granted like how invested people are in our personal brand.
That's true.
And I'm just like, y'all care. Oh,
yeah,
right.
and that's a good thing.
Like, we be up here not playing, but being ourselves.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I take for granted how invested like people are. So I think it's cool that at least the apps are starting to try to pour more into the creators or influencers, or giving them some sort of like opportunity to monetize on shit.
Absolutely. And because I didn't like the fact that I think the TikTok's most paid influencer list came out, and none of them are black people. And we already know who's making up the dances on TikTok, and it's the majority black people who don't even get the credit. I don't like that at all. Even when they went on strike and they stopped, like no
dances were on TikTok for mad long
because of black people. And I'm just like, we just have so much power. We really make the world go round. And yeah, they should pay. They gotta pay. They gotta
pay up. We running the numbers up the go.
I heard
2022.
I saw somebody say, like, black people, like, since we might not get reparations, that we should just not have to pay taxes.
I am aligned with that fucking idea.
Listen, because I got some things to march up to Capitol Hill my motherfucking self after this voting rights bill did not pass or whatever. We don't got time to park it there, because Shay and I, believe it or not, very much in tune with politics, and it just makes me so angry. But people are not paying attention. But if you're listening right now, please pay attention, because y'all know midterm elections is gonna come up in November, and everyone's gonna be saying vote for your life, vote for your life. But since it's been about 33 states that's passed laws to help black and brown people, make it harder. I'll just say, to make it harder for people to vote. It's very interesting.
Yeah, if you're in Georgia, don't think anyone's going to pass you a bottle of water for standing outside for 6 hours trying to vote. Because, they might fucking go to jail for passing out water to voters in long lines.
Oh, God forbid you're a parent and don't necessarily have time to vote, but you would love to be able to stick it by a drop box and keep it moving. But they don't really want a whole bunch of drop boxing going on around here, okay? They don't really want that. They want you 2 weeks. They don't want that. They don't want that. Okay?
Oh, and if you think you're gonna mail in your ballot, you only have 3 days. So try the next day and hope that it doesn't get lost in the mail, because you can't even get 15 damn days to mail in a ballot.
It's interesting to me how some people be like, oh, my vote don't count, but it's just like, if it didn't count, honey, they would not be trying to stop so many people from making it so easy to vote. Okay, you heard Mitch McConnell say more African Americans are voting now than Americans. He said that. That's what he said.
He absolutely.
He don't even know that he said that, right? And he just represents the rest of them mofos in Congress that look just like him. Old, out of touch, rich, and don't really give a fuck. But what they do look out and see is black and brown, 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 black and brown. It's fucking them up, okay? Because sooner or later, the Mitch McConnells of the world are gonna croak, and they know, okay, if they don't make all these women have their babies by law, if they don't do all these voting rights things up under our noses, okay, if we're not focused on Kanye West and what shoe and what hat and what he's wearing, that we could somehow maybe get engaged enough in politics to actually have some power around here. They know that it's coming and that it's happening. And so that's why it's very important to actually pay attention, even when we're not voting for a president. And don't get me started on Biden and Harris. I don't know what they've been doing in there. I think he be asleep half the time and she be poking him.
I bet they better fucking tighten up, because what they don't know is that a second term is not promised to any fucking one. At this point, it's all y'all
about
gotta make miracles happen. I don't care how long it takes to do nothing. Y'all better start making something
I think
happen.
all of us just want to know who getting rid of these student loans.
Aside from that infrastructure bill, somebody better start doing something, because I don't see what's happening. But you know what makes me the most mad?
What, he didn't get rid of student loans yet?
That makes me mad. But even more so about this voting rights bill is that the majority of Americans, Democrat or Republican, who identify with those political parties, supported this bill. And the fact that our tax-paying dollars are paying these people to go against what their constituents actually want, and so blatantly and just so very I don't give a fuckly.
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling, and it does make you almost feel like hopeless.
It makes me feel hopeless, because I'm like, okay, I know the world is going to shit, but is is America going to shit first? Because it seems like it's more fucked up
There's
over
a lot
here.
of black people moving to Switzerland and Germany.
That's
and
what
Denmark.
I'm saying, because it's just like it's just history. I sometimes honestly I feel like we were doomed from the start, and the only way is for everything to start all over again. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I say doomed from the start, I think about like black people and our history in the country and how we even got over here, and how our families and everything was just split up in the first place. Like kind of like doomed from the start, and just us trying time and time to get it back, but not given the resources. I mean, we don't even have personal finance in our schools,
and that is insane. That is
we don't want to teach.
Not even in college. Not even in college.
And we don't want to teach critical race theory. You know, I just learned today how the U.S. acquired Hawaii. It's because they overthrew the Queen of Hawaii in like 1865. And we overthrew her. And now there's natives over there right now who are working every day who cannot afford to live over there. And they're like on this wait list to try to get land. Natives of the country who cannot own a piece of land over there. We have gone over there. We've bought all these condos in Maui. We're taking over everything. And the natives of Hawaii cannot even afford to live there anymore. It just baffles me, because there's nowhere in history, you know, has it said, nowhere in history really has it been, hey, let's both sit down and make this agreement and write down, and you sign here and I sign here and we've got a deal.
And I'm actually gonna keep up my side of the bargain and not
Thank you so much for marching out there. I love to see y'all marching, and y'all, thanks for marching. You got what you wanted. It ain't ever been done like that. That's why they don't want to teach critical race theory in school, because they'll see how every single time we had something popping off,
here comes the white man. Here comes the white man.
You feel me? But no, we the thugs. We don't really have time to park it here, honey, because
But I'm gonna tell you this. And we can leave it right here. Ain't nothing white ever really been right. Because if you think about it, think about white sugar and brown sugar. Okay?
Why did y'all overdo the sugar?
Think about white iodized salt and pink Himalayan salt. Okay? Think about white rice and brown rice.
Brown rice is better.
White bread and wheat bread.
Come on, somebody.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Because the brown rice is better. Okay? Because the brown sugar is better.
Ain't nothing white ever been right.
And we're going to leave that with y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. Thank you so much for pressing play on another episode of the Diva Unfiltered podcast. We hope as you on your way to where you going, you are met with all the glory and all of the love and everything that the Lord has for you. Amen, sister.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Well, holler. Love ya. Mean it.